Welcome to the Boston Power Hour. We're just going to do it a little different. I didn't even do an intro just because, well, you guys know. Let's watch this little.
You've been talking about the impact on women in the organization, so I'm just wondering, are you confident this incident doesn't signal a larger cultural issue that would affect them, and do you have any message for them? Another question I'm wondering about is the timing or the length of time that this investigation took, and as you started to get information, as I understand it, in the summertime, do you think you acted, are you confident you acted quickly enough to this point?
So on the first one, my personal belief, but as a man, but as the CEO of the organization, is that we go to great lengths, or appropriate lengths at least, to run the organization with the central core value of respect and freedom in the workplace from harassment or any unwelcome attention. And so isolated incidents or patterns, if they occur, may be isolated, or they may be a deeper signal. I personally don't believe that they're a deeper signal, but I will be personally talking to the members of the organization and making sure that that's the case. But this feels very much to me like one of a kind. But that's my personal belief, but I'll have to verify that.
Wick, you said these procedures had been enforced in the past. Was this handled consistently with how those procedures were enforced in the past? And do you think this incident or incidents call into question what you may need to do in the future regarding incidents like this?
I think this incident came up. We spent every waking hour on it, and when it really heated up over the last month or last couple weeks, and we made the appropriate decision. I'll just leave it at that.
He'll leave it at that. There's a lot of things said, a lot of things. And I'm a little confused. I'm wearing my shades here, like, someone passed away. It was just it's been a rough week for the Boston Celtics. We're gonna change it up, man. We're not gonna rant this week. We're just gonna speak as men here, and we're gonna see where the conversation leads. I know I got my boy out there. Green runs deep. It's gonna be all right, man. I promise you, bruh.
Long season ahead for GRD. Long season ahead for GRD.
Oh boy. What does it say?
It says yes. It actually worked this time. It says yes.
It was supposed to get stuck.
It got stuck last week because Bill didn't want to answer it when it comes to the Boston Celtics. Yes.
All right. Well, first, before we start, I want to thank everybody that continues to follow us every week. It's the Boston Power Hour. My name is Cliff, and that's my guy over there. You know who it is, Babs on the mic. It's been a weird week, man. How you feel about what's going on, man? Let me get your thoughts on this first. What are you feeling? What are you thinking?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, a lot of knee-jerk reactions that happen, and understood. Like, a bomb, it was the Woj bomb, comes out Wednesday night. It's your instant knee-jerk reaction to see that a looming suspension happened. So most fans are saying, why is it a season-long suspension, right?
Right.
It's consensual sex. It's an affair. It happens. It's 2020. A lot of people coming out saying that it's okay to cheat, by the way. I've seen a lot of, saying it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. And I just feel that there's no winner in this situation.
No.
Because Ime's being dragged through the mud. His wife is being dragged through the mud. His son's being dragged through the mud.
Keep going. I'm going to do something.
It's going to be the women that are involved being dragged through the mud. The Celtics organization being dragged through the mud. No one wins in this situation. I thought the Celtics did an awful job handling this, by the way. I think the Boston Celtics should have handled it a lot better. They should have come out right away and made a statement. I think you're waiting too long. World moves quick, and you know what moves quick? Twitter moves quick. Social media moves quick. So just Wednesday night alone, that comes out at like 11 p.m. I wake up at like 8 in the morning, and Twitter it's a shitstorm for the Boston Celtics.
It's been fire.
But I look at it this way. Obviously, there's going to be more that happens and more that keeps coming out. So it's like we can make our knee-jerk reaction right now. Ime Udoka, from what I think happened, and it's all rumors, and you're never going to hear it until it's going to take months. he definitely had an affair with somebody high up in the organization, the wife of somebody very high up in the organization. He got caught. That person went to the Celtics organization and said, what the fuck is this?
Yep.
And that it seems like Udoka has already had this issue in the past that they swept under the rug as well, too. So you can, like I get, like, having an affair outside of work, and even within work. Let's say it happens within work, and Udoka's here, and this is where he is on, like, the pedestal of the Boston Celtics, and he's having an affair with somebody maybe right here.
Right.
It's something you can sweep under the rug. But when you fuck your boss's wife, you're going to get fired. Like when I see it happening to him, I have, like, no remorse. Like, it's like, you screwed up. Like, you walked into this pile of shit. Now, the Boston Celtics have a struggle of how they're handling it. It's like they're trying to make him resign, and he's like, no, I'm not resigning.
Let's talk about
He's taking
that.
his suspension. He's like, I'm just going to take it.
Let's talk about that, because to me, I think that's what's really interesting, because I don't want to, and we were talking about this, he without sin cast the first stone. The old Cliff, no place to speak on that. But to me, I got to ask the Celtics, and I'm not trying to blame people here. Do you think that maybe, just maybe, they knew about this during the playoffs?
Yeah, it could be they've probably known about. I feel like something's happened during the season. They knew about it, and they told them stop. And then whatever has happened, I feel like there's two women involved. I don't think it's just one woman.
Yeah, you were saying that. Why do you say two? Why do you think two?
Because based on, like, the rumors that you're seeing, like, the Celtics are not going to come out and say, yep, there's two women. Like, Udoka's getting ahead of it. Obviously, I think he told Woj and
I think so too.
That word consensual just kept getting thrown out those first 24 hours. Consensual.
Yep.
And then now you're hearing unwanted comments, and that's only because now a woman's being dragged through it, and she's probably playing victim.
Yep.
So I see Udoka's side of it, because Udoka's trying to say, hey, this was consensual sex. This was a consensual affair. And he knows he fucked up because he probably fucked the boss's wife.
The boss's wife.
I just feel that they knew about this. And, again, knee-jerk reaction. Celtics fans right off the bat were right away defending Udoka. That's okay. It's just an affair. He should only get 10 games in a suspension. The team, the players, they need Udoka. They just went to the finals. People just want to keep winning. It's kind of like the New England Patriots,
You
right?
said it.
Like, you want to just keep winning.
Just winning.
Just keep winning.
So, again, I have to ask the question. Maybe the Celtics organization wanted to keep winning. And I think that's why you saw the owner come out and was very calculated with his words.
Did the New England Patriots know about Aaron Hernandez and what he was doing outside of Gillette Stadium?
Those flop houses you're referring to?
Did they, yes or no? Like, we've seen it in the Netflix documentary.
Yeah.
They knew what was going on.
Yeah.
They turned a blind eye to it.
Yeah.
So,
why
like,
is that?
I'm trying to put this as a different situation, but it's
Right.
like the Celtics knew something was going on, and it got to a point where too many people knew.
Yep.
Cat's out of the bag. Someone said something. Someone leaked something, and now they're eating it. And this is the worst possible timing to do it.
For sure.
1 month before the season, 1 week before preseason.
And that's
starts.
what, to me, is, like, bothersome, right? Again, going back, they knew the information. They withheld the information. They didn't move on it. It's now.
Yeah.
But I think let's go back because, both you and I, we listen to the Sports Hub, right? We have our fans there, or I'm a fan of the Sports Hub. They mentioned something that was said by the owner maybe a week and a half ago when they said their expectations wasn't as high.
He said it. Yeah, he said it Friday.
Right.
Like,
well,
they
was
knew,
it Friday?
so they
I think
knew.
it was before Friday too.
He went to the Globe on Friday, Grossbeck, and was trying to temper the expectations of the Boston Celtics. He's coming out with some of this, like, shade to his own team. They knew ahead. This is why I'm thinking that obviously there was an investigation happened. Wick goes out and says this on a Friday. Udoka obviously goes out there and gets his story out to somebody, saying this is going to drop this week. Now the ball's in the Celtics court, and the Celtics stay silent for pretty much until today. And where today was an embarrassment, by the way, of the way they handled it. Because Brad Stevens is crying, and I started looking into him. He very religious. He believes in it. Like, I feel like it goes against a lot of his morals and beliefs. I also was listening to a clip today about, they asked Brad Stevens, like, would you be the head coach of the Boston Celtics? Like, did you consider it? And he's like, no. And they said, so there was never a discussion of you being the head coach of the Boston Celtics, and Brad Stevens says, absolutely not.
I don't believe that.
Wick Grossbeck chimes in and says, well, we had a discussion. So right there, when I heard that, like, just real quick, like, that means this organization is not on the same page right now. Like, Brad was doing a good job saying, no, absolutely not. We're in with Joe. Like, this is where we're going. This is our direction. And Wick said, well, yeah, we did have a conversation. So they're not even communicating with each other. This is a complete, no matter what, Cliff, no one wins this situation. It's complete black eye on the Boston Celtics.
That it is.
Udoka is a player's coach. I'm sure some of those players are upset that he's not going to be around for the year because they probably don't give a shit either. They don't care about who he's fucking and what he's doing. They want to win too. They're getting paid to win. They're going on the court. They're going to win. I'm telling you right now, Jaylen Brown's gone. Jaylen Brown's going to play the rest of his contract, and he's out of here. Jason Tatum signed his extension. He's going to be gone after his extension's over. I don't see him staying here either. They're not going to be able to land free agents again.
Okay.
This team is going to go backwards.
So you're not. So there's a.
I don't believe in this because the Boston Celtics were not even a good team to start the season last year when they had Udoka. They were a sub 500 team, Cliff. Were they not?
Yeah,
but they were not good.
But
they're having the same exact team out there. They're not going to be good.
But we all know. But we all know that you was always going against the Celtics. You never really was.
I supported the Celtics. I was there, dude.
You were
watch
there.
Parties, dressing up, buck hunting.
I don't want.
I support the Boston Celtics. I want to see them succeed.
I truly believe that you just don't. You don't have the same support for the Celtics as you do with
fucking Taco Fall on my arm, dude. Like. Does anybody else have Taco Fall like this?
I'm going to say no.
The Boston Celtics.
Let's show the people, case.
I support the Boston Celtics. See? Like, I support it. Dress up like tacos. Go to Summer League. I support the team.
But why such anger today?
I'm angry because the Boston Celtics knew about this and they handled it poorly all around. I'm disappointed.
Okay.
I'm disappointed. Like the New England Patriots, when shit happens to them, I'm disappointed in the team, the way they handle certain situations. They've handled things bad in the past.
Yes, they have. Yes, they have. And I think it's all businesses that it's business as usual. Hey, you know what? You can't put this type of news out or let it leak before the season starts. You got to get the tickets. You got to get the sales in. You got to try to win a finals.
I'm pissed more and disappointed because it's like the Celtics finally get over that hump. They go to the NBA Finals, which I think they were kind of lucky. Like, they fought hard. They fought hard. They got there.
A lot of luck.
It's like, all right, good. Jason Tatum finally getting some NBA experience, NBA Finals experience. Jaylen Brown finally getting some NBA Finals experience. Marcus Smart's there. Defensive Player of the Year. Wow, this team looks good. They're the favorites to win the NBA title next year. And then, boom. Not even just the Ime Udoka. It's Gallinari tears his ACL.
Yep.
It's now Rob Williams is out until mid-December.
Yep.
And then now it's Udoka, the head coach, out of here for the year. This team's going absolutely backwards. It's going to be the 90s Celtics.
Whoa. I'm going to throw the e-brake on that. Let's throw the e-brake.
They're not good of a team to do it on their own without a head coach.
Okay.
Because that was said, well, good teams don't need head coaches.
Okay.
The Boston Celtics need a good head coach, which was proven with Udoka this season.
This is true.
Because Udoka took these boys and turned them into men. This is why Brad Stevens couldn't do it.
So are we saying that now they're going to revert back to boys?
They're going to revert. Yep.
Because of just what just took place? No. To me, if anything, it's going to show like, hey, this is how the bit – because I want to go back to the Celtics. I don't want to let them off the hook because there's a lot of people that's on the hook, right? To me, right, you have the Boston Celtics that are responsible. Why? Because they took time in releasing information. But at the same time, they were practicing – business etiquettes, which is what? Speaking to attorneys. Where do we sit? Hey, you know what? We want to get rid of Ime, but guess what? They couldn't. They couldn't. Why? Because, again, I want to know when. When did you guys find out? Was it during the playoff run? It wouldn't have made sense to fire him right there and then because you know what? My question is this, and I have to ask. Suspended for 1 year. Who hears that? You're gone, dude.
You're gone.
You're gone.
There's no way you can come back.
There's not.
You're not going to be working for the organization
No.
again. And actually, the way they said it and they worded it was we're suspending him for 1 year, and then we're going to look into whether we bring him back or not.
It's something going to change unless they find out that
what would the backlash be if the Boston Celtics came out, Cliff, and they said, we're firing Ime Udoka?
I think, honestly, the cards will come out, and it started already with Stephen A. Smith. And I'm not going to lie, because we already there's this idea that Boston is purely racist, right? So right now, I haven't talked to you, but I'm shooting a commercial for Hyundai. I have some people from L.A. I brought them to, like, the Boston Commons, brought them around downtown. They're like, wow, everyone's saying, like, Boston's so racist. I said, listen, dude, the world is racist. Well, are there pockets here and there that's not great? Yes. But is it like racist stakes?
Yeah.
And I don't see it, and I live here. So if he were to be fired immediately, they would,
That'd be
wait
the
a
first
minute.
thing.
Black
First thing.
coach brings him out, goes to the championship, does all this work. He's out of here. Where was his opportunity to prove that it maybe there was, because they keep saying consensual relationship, right?
Yep.
That means that other person participated.
They'd be saying guilty until proven innocent.
Oh,
It's not fair.
all day.
Yeah.
All day.
But it's funny because Ime comes out and says it's consensual through Woj. It's definitely that.
Mhm.
And then everyone's on Ime's side, and then stuff's coming out today. It says, oh, well, it was unwanted, and then maybe there's another woman, and there's two women involved, and they've known about this, and now it's like, oh, like, maybe Ime's a scumbag, and he's been doing... First of all, it's your first year. It's your first year as the head coach of the Boston Celtics. Fucking take it seriously. Like, do this in your 5th year. Like, your 6th year. Be more established. He should have focused more on how Jason Tatum should have scored in the 4th quarter of the NBA Finals than fucking women all over the front office. Like, that's what bothers me, because it showed that maybe he wasn't taking this seriously.
I'm gonna have
you
to.
You know this is going to catch up with you at some point.
I have to
sweep it
stop
under
you
the
there.
rug.
I have to stop you there because I can't. I'm not here. We're not here to really judge what's going on in another man's bed. I don't move that way. I can't move that way. Like, I understand. Like, are we disappointed? Yeah. Okay. But you know what? People do shit, right? Again, it still takes two to tango.
Yeah.
Again, is it fair that it makes sense that they're not identifying who the female is? I get it, right? But the man is up now. They're saying consensual. Then, to me, if you're saying that they both agree that this was taking place, they should both be up there. I'll tell you why I just don't like the whole thing, right? He's not going to coach ever in the NBA, in my opinion. Maybe in 6 years, 7 years, maybe another league, people will forget because people forget.
Move fast.
But I don't think it's happening. I
Not
think
now,
they're gonna try to make a point. And here's my point. He's not the first to do it, and he's not the last. With that being said, again, is that why the Celtics were like, we'll suspend you and we'll reevaluate? There's no evaluating, ladies and gentlemen. He's gone. Gone. And I think they say reevaluating because why? They want to keep the boys to men like, hey, he messed up. This is what we got to do, but keep playing. Keep playing.
Like, what if it takes Jaylen Brown to say, I will resign with the Boston Celtics if Udoka's the head coach?
He's back. He's back.
It's like money
You
talk,
know,
so
it's
that's why it's like,
Babs,
let's see what happens.
I was saying it's a business.
Yeah.
They knew about this during the playoffs. They didn't want to get rid of him. Come on. But this is my problem. I know everyone's ranting. I know everyone's pissed. Everyone's this. Everyone's saying it's over. We still have a good team. You said that they became boys to men. They're still men. My thing is now is they got to look forward. Is this going to be
the general that made them men is not going to be on the court with them?
This is true, but their lessons outside of cheating is still impact. It's still there. It's still there. You can't learn something. You can't taste. 2 wins away. 2. And they didn't. It's sad. So you said something to me, which I was like, oh, man, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I got to tell you how crazy this guy is. Okay? He said that they purposely did something. What, 2020?
Oh, my God.
Wait a minute. He got excited.
Oh, my God.
In 2020, purposely to hurt another team.
Yeah.
So one Boston team doing something to hurt another Boston team. The camera's yours.
Okay. So we get this like spectacle of Boston sports, how we love Boston sports. You get all these championships. At the end of the day, like Cliff said, it's a business, and it's 4 franchises that are going against each other. Back in 2020, when the Patriots sucked, they were terrible that season. They got their 6th loss of the season. It was November 22nd, 2020. Try to say that 5 times fast, right?
He Googled it, guys. He really did
Had
the
to
research.
Google this. The Patriots went 4-6 and took a loss to the Houston Texans out of all teams. Pretty much their season was over. Within 40 minutes of that loss, Jason Tatum signed a 5-year extension with the Boston Celtics. The Boston Celtics timed it out and said, hey, this is our time. While the Patriots are down, let's kick them. And let's try to take over and become the team of the team of the city. It happens. The Red Sox were the team of the city for a long time. Like I've said, I think the 2004 World Series meant more than the first 3 Super Bowls in this city. Then it turned into a football city. It's a football, and it's been like that since 2007.
Dude, we got a lot of people saying that you're wrong right now.
I'm not wrong. Absolutely not.
Yeah.
They can say whatever they want to say. So here's the thing.
Here we go.
The Celtics tried taking advantage of the New England Patriots in 2020. Timing's there, dude. The Patriots get their 6th loss. Let's kick them all the way down. We're taking over. And it was said at the time, is Jason Tatum the new face of Boston sports? Is the Boston Celtics, they are young, they're hungry, they're going to Eastern Conference Finals every year. Are they going to be the team to take over? The Patriots have a chance now to kick the Celtics while they're down. Their home opener this Sunday against the Ravens that no one believes in the Patriots anymore. They can go 2-1, and I think they're going to win big on Sunday. This is the chance that all these people that are hanging out with the Celtics and saying, oh, their season might be over already. Like, you lose your head coach already. They're like, oh, that's where we can grab them all in.
Oh,
hey,
my goodness.
you're following us this year. You're following us this year.
Listen,
Those people that are saying that I'm wrong, they're wrong. They're wrong. Look it up. Look
tell
the
them in the
timing.
camera. Let them know.
There's obviously, it's just a coincidence. There's no coincidence. There's no coincidence to have your superstar, Jason Tatum, sign a 5-year extension when the Patriots get their 6th loss of the season in November 22nd, 2020. Like, they kicked them while they're down. Now the Patriots going to kick the Celtics while they're down. That's why I think I have this little vendetta against the Boston Celtics. Because I know what they're trying to do. It's like the Red Sox, they release certain news here and there to try to combat the Patriots or combat the Bruins. And they all do that with each other, man. They do that with each other.
Listen, dude.
There's correlation. There's correlation.
When I heard this before we started, I had to just walk away real quick because I was shocked. I was confused. I didn't know what was going on anymore. I said, you know what? It is the end of the world. Ime just, he did what he did. Robin Williams is falling apart. What is next?
At least when Bill Belichick cheated on his wife, he did it outside the organization.
Jesus Christ.
Just saying.
Yo, Jesus Christ. Ladies and gentlemen.
I mean, it's true. I mean, it happened.
Well,
look it up. Yeah, Google it. We all have Google.
We do all have Google. And listen, on that note, I'm going over here with a big old smile. You got this guy over here. He's happy. He's
happy because he's got a job. He's smiling. He's happy. He ain't going anywhere.
No.
All these people want to put Belichick in the hot seat, say, get out of here.
Listen, dude.
A coach in Boston that just went to a title run, 2 wins away from winning the title, he's out. Belichick's all smiles.
It hurts. It hurts. But listen, I think at the end of the day, will you agree to this? A lot more information will be coming out.
Oh, 100%. And for the Boston Celtics, and it's going to ruin them because they can go on like a 10-game win streak.
Okay.
And then like some news is going to drop. And what happens is how crazy the Boston media is.
Yep.
They're going to be asking all these questions to Tatum, to Brown, to Smart. Did you know about this? Did you know about this? They're going to ask Brad Stevens. Every week, Brad Stevens, I think, goes on like radio show.
And I think
Wick's going to get
unfair.
all these questions. I think you're going to actually see times where Wick and Brad are not on the same page and saying completely opposite things. It started today. It just started with the whole, I'm absolutely not considered for the head coaching job. And Wick says, well, we did consider it. I want to put that on the record. That you're not on the same page. You got to be on the same page with this.
That to me was telling, right? Someone is lying. Someone doesn't want to admit everything. You kind of have to believe Brad now, right? Because he's not really the business guy.
And I stick with what you say. We got to move on from this, but Brad's setting the tone as the president of basketball operations. This is how we do it. If you want to be the head coach here, this is what it is. And And I know that the new coach has had some troubling past when he was young. Public urination. I mean, come on. Come on. Look at yourself out there.
Come
You
on.
peed somewhere that you're not supposed to pee. When you got to go, you got to go, right?
Well, hold on. You tell me that.
But the other thing was bad about him in the domestic or putting his hands around a woman's neck. Like, that's bad. That's terrible. We were not in that situation. We don't know. But Brad defended it, said that was 14 years ago. Like, they've done their homework.
They have
like
done
he's
their
worked
homework.
his way back up. Has he done anything since then? So
And that's my point. Again,
that's why you said where
later on,
Udoka will get back in.
we shall see.
Yeah.
You know what? Your team won. Our team won. You're excited
I
about
like how
that.
you
How'd
said
you
my
feel?
team won.
Because
you're against the New England Patriots
No,
because you
I'm
said they're going to
doubting.
go under 500.
I'm doubting. I am
You
doubting.
doubted, no.
But you know what?
You can't celebrate this Sunday when they beat the Baltimore Ravens.
And you know what? I'm going to put this
was
on
an
here
ugly
just
win.
for
It
you.
was an ugly
Just for
win.
you. Like, let's talk about this right here, okay? Because you sent this to me.
Beautiful.
You're excited. I'm going to go back, okay? Look, first of all, my son, I told you, watches football. He's like, Dad, should this have counted? Do you think Bill spoke to him about this little celebration? Like, hey, asshole, get the touchdown first and then do your little skippy-doo-dah move. What do you think about that?
No, I think that he's in the end zone, so it's not like he gave up the ball beforehand. I mean, scored a touchdown. He celebrated. It was a good celebration. That was a great crowd.
I'm happy. You know what? I'm happy more so for Aguilar because he's just not known for that type of player to make these type of catches.
What I was happy about was going into the season, the wide receiver room was huge. Who's the odd man out? And obviously injuries have piled up. You lose Tyquan Thornton already. You lost, You lost Ty Montgomery already.
Yep.
So there's been this question of, well, Aguilar had a fumble in the first game as well, too.
Yep.
Well, he doesn't play the slot. He doesn't like to play up the
He's-
Put him on the side, throw him out there, he'll catch it. He did it against Carolina in the preseason.
You can't put him on the side when you've got Parker. It's a lot of money.
I know it's
and
a lot
he's
of
the
money.
new money.
But you can put a lot of money on that side and take out their best corner. And like, hey, that's what your game is.
Patricia
He's
doesn't
getting
want to do
paid.
that.
He's getting paid. Yeah, I know.
You should have been the coach. But let's go back. Let's celebrate.
No, Aguilar, that was a great touchdown. And guess what? What I loved about that touchdown from Nelson Aguilar was it was the complete 180 of what happened to the New England Patriots the week prior, right? You're going into halftime. You were down 10-0. Let's stop them. Boom, it's 17-0 at that point for the Miami Dolphins. This was that juice that you needed right going into halftime. You get that touchdown grab. Yeah, maybe he should have waited till he crossed the plane to do that little jump in celebration. But it got the team fired up.
It did get the team fired, and that's a rarity. But let me ask you, because you know what a lot of people are saying, and I'm going to say it, and I want to see everyone to see your reaction. Was the ball in the throne? Was the ball on the throne?
It doesn't matter. The ball is a touchdown.
Was the ball?
I don't care. It was a touchdown.
I get it. We all see
care.
the touch. The points went on the
He
board.
can do the same thing for Tua. Like Tua threw his balls to Tyreek.
Tua's not a good quarterback.
And Waddle, guess what? He got playmakers and skill players. They scored touchdowns.
But
it's a touchdown.
I just want to know, was it underthrown?
No comment.
Fair enough. That's just a yes. I'll take that as a yes.
I am absolutely upset
Yep.
that Kendrick Bourne did not start that game.
As we should be.
Kendrick Bourne went out there on a 3rd and 26, and they end up getting 23 yards on the play, and then it's 4th down.
Yeah.
The guy spreads the field.
Yeah.
And with Jacoby Myers now, like he looks like he's hurt or something's going on with him. I'm hoping just get Kendrick Bourne to start. Like, just put him out there.
You got to talk to coach.
I would not be upset if Kendrick Bourne played 100% of the snaps and had 1 catch.
Yeah.
As long as the team wins and they look good offensively.
Oh, that's because it helps other players.
Yes.
So you're going to the game.
I will be at the game on Sunday.
You mind screaming that out there?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Maybe once. It's not going to,
I should bring a sign that says "Start Kendrick Bourne." Start Kendrick Bourne. Like, just start him.
I'm willing to sponsor
I have
that.
to make that sign.
Let's do it.
Just fucking start him.
Just start. I wouldn't say fucking, but let's start him.
Well, yeah, just start.
Yeah,
it's
just
annoying.
start him.
It's annoying.
Why
It's
is
annoying
that still?
It's annoying to know that this offense has a lot of potential.
Mm-hmm.
It does. The offensive line look pretty good.
It actually did.
And on Pro Football Focus, they're ranked 3rd right now in the entire league.
It did look
They
really
look good, and
Yep.
Mac's getting some room to throw.
Yep.
It's just that you have weapons. You paid these weapons. Jonnu Smith, Hunter Henry, Nelson Aguilar, Devontae Parker, Kendrick Bourne. You have Jacoby Myers, who came in with your system here.
Hunter Henry.
Yeah, I just said him.
Hunter
You
Henry.
paid him. But, like, I'm just saying,
He's
you
hurting.
have weapons for Mac Jones. This team should be able to do something.
Do you think Mac Jones doesn't have the capability of performing the way Matt Patricia wants with these set
I
of
don't
players.
care what Matt Patricia wants.
I agree.
I do
but-
not care what he wants.
But answer the question, my friend. Do you think he's capable of performing with these plays that Matt Patricia is calling with these sets of players? Because we all know not all plays work for all the same players. Obviously, Kendrick Bourne is not happy with what he's seeing in the plays, but do you think he's able to perform that? Like, and that's my concern. And that's why I asked you, do you think that ball was underthrown? I don't think that is his greatest skill set. So why are we doing it?
He scored a touchdown.
Agreed.
He's
But
got a skilled player that can able to go up and grab the ball, and he did. It's a great grab. I
Aguilar,
think you're to overanalyze.
Aguilar doesn't do that.
You're overanalyzing. You are trying to be very negative.
No,
about the New England
no,
Patriots.
no,
You're trying
dude.
to find.
No,
like,
I'm not.
Is Mac Jones the greatest quarterback? He's not.
No,
Like, he's still
no.
learning. He's still young. He's still on the
Correct.
up and coming. But they got the win. That's
They
all
did-
I
they-
care. All I care about.
I do care too, but
The run game looked a little bit better. The offensive
It
line
looked-
looked
it
good.
looked really good,
It looked
honestly.
good. And I do start believing that extension of the preseason. Not going to show every single card out there right now. But the Pats are in a great spot. Like, to go 1-1 after those first two games feels great. It feels great. They have to win Sunday because I don't know what's going to happen in Green Bay. I'm putting it as an L right now. I'm getting ahead of myself.
okay.
But Cliff, like, they have a really great schedule coming up in a couple weeks.
Well, we did
And I
talk
want to
about-
look ahead of that. And I know Detroit's here's the thing.
Talk to me.
People are asking me, can the New England Patriots match up with other teams in terms of scoring, like a scoring battle? It happened last year against the Dallas Cowboys, right? It was a match-to-match scoring.
Yep.
And I don't think the Patriots can do it. But the Patriots' defense is so underrated.
It
Look
is
what
very
they did to
underrated.
Miami, and then what happened with Miami the next week against the Ravens out of all teams, right? I think the Patriots, look at what they did to the Pittsburgh Steelers, and they held them in check as well, too. I think the Patriots' defense is not getting enough credit for what they're doing out there, and they're keeping them in games. Yes, it kind of sucks right now that the Patriots can barely score 20 points,
Yep.
and it might be like that for the next couple weeks, but trust that defense enough that you can hold the other team to at least 15, 16 points. You can win games that way. In the now, that has to change over the season, right?
Right.
By November, this team needs to be scoring 24 points a game, at least on the offensive
Okay.
side.
So I feel good that you said that because to
Give it
me,
time.
that's reminiscent of what it was for Tom Brady when he first started.
I mean, they keep saying it. They acting like Tom Brady's still here, and they run the organization offense like Tom Brady's still here. So you just kind of are backing that up by saying that.
The only thing I'm backing up is that the defense is good for now. It's sufficient, but they have to allow him to play what he can to his capability. I don't want to be like come December, like you're saying, and they're like, "Oh shit, we need more points." Because you said it before, we're a front running
can't-
team.
you
We
cannot-
can't be behind.
And you can't be playing like this in December.
No.
Like I get that,
Okay,
but give it time. I think that where last year they looked great, right? They looked great in that 7-game stretch. They were
did.
scoring. They were
Right.
scoring. You're gonna have very similar, like what they did last year is gonna be very similar.
right.
Because they have a lot of teams that they should be able to beat. You should be able to beat Detroit at home. You should be able to beat Chicago at home. You should be able to go to the Jets in October and beat the Jets, right? The way they are looking right now.
Correct.
That's when the offense can open things up. That's when you go into your bye week, and then right after your bye week, you have the Jets. You have like a pretty easy team that you should be able to
And
beat
get back
and
into
keep
it and see
going
and keep
into
it going. I can see the flow. I can agree with the flow. Again, my concern, huge concern, is that for whatever reason, whoever's coaching the offense down there is not trying to maximize his capabilities based on plays that make him feel good and players that make him feel good.
I do feel that Mac Jones made a couple mistakes on himself this week.
Talk to
this
me.
past week. Well, a couple throws that shouldn't have been thrown in certain areas. I mean, I think he tried doing some audibles on the line that didn't work out either.
Yep.
I think that he didn't have enough pocket awareness either. I mean, he had a pocket around him. I think he made a mistake where he was like, the pocket was collapsing. I think he tried running
thought
up
it was,
and,
yep.
and he can only get like 2 yards off of it. So it's learning though.
It
I mean,
is.
at the end of the day, I mean, would my tone be different if they went 0-2? Probably.
Yeah.
Well, if they get the win, everything
You're
doesn't
okay with
matter.
it.
Don't care what the final scores. You got the win, you get out of there. And like I said, Cliff, they've had a long month.
Yeah.
They had a long preseason. They traveled a week out to Las Vegas. They come home. They traveled a week out to Miami. They come home. They travel out to Pittsburgh. They haven't had a home game since the Carolina preseason game, which it's preseason at the end of the day.
Mhm.
So it's finally good to be 1-1, a lot of traveling all over the country. You're back home. You got 65,000 screaming fans backing you up in your house. By the way, they have to win Sunday because home field advantage doesn't exist anymore in Gillette.
Bingo.
They lost 4 straight home games to start the season last year.
Right.
You can't do
You
that.
can't do that.
You cannot do that.
So let me ask you. Obviously, I know you saw some of the Baltimore game, which was ridiculous. I actually walked, and I was like, "Oh, this game's over." And come to find out, they lost. How do you feel about this game?
Coming up with the Baltimore Ravens, Lamar's playing out of the world right now. Like, he's getting ready. He wants that contract extension.
I want him to
obviously.
get the contract. Fuck the Ravens. Excuse my
But
language.
I believe the New England Patriots can do a good job containing Lamar Jackson, and they did it back in 2020 with the one of the worst teams that they had out there. And yeah, people were saying, "Oh, there's a monsoon." The rain never started until like end of the game, anyways.
Right.
They were up 20-10 on the Baltimore Ravens.
Mhm.
That should say more about the defense. Talk about the defense, and I think the Ravens had a better team in 2020 than they do right now on paper.
Okay.
I think as long as you can contain Lamar Jackson, then they'll be fine.
He's playing good ball.
He is playing good ball.
Yeah.
But this is great because how many more mobile quarterbacks are you going to go against later in the season? You're going to see more Lamar Jacksons out
For
there.
sure.
You got a Kyler Murray that you're going to see later on in the season.
I think he's
Kinda preps
overrated.
you- it kind of preps you for somebody like him.
Yeah.
Maybe you see another mobile quarterback later in the season as well too, like in the playoffs if you get there. It's just these things. It will work out for them.
So what do you think? Like, I'm going to just put you on a spot. Give me a score, please.
Like I said, the New England Patriots are going to take full advantage of the Boston Celtics' miseries right now. And the Patriots are going to win 35-10.
God
They're going to win 35-10. I think the Patriots are due for like a
An
big
explosion?
breakout explosion game. I think you're going to see a touchdown from each.
So
tight
that
end.
means
I think
Kendrick's
they're gonna
playing.
Explode. They're going to explode. Kendrick's got to play. This is
Okay.
the game I think the way it looks right now, Jacoby Myers might not even play.
Yep.
You got to start Kendrick.
So you have
Bourne
no
if
choice?
You have no choice. Put him out
okay.
there.
Okay.
I think it's just home cooking. This is a big game for the New England Patriots, and it's something that I wouldn't put my foot off the gas pedal.
Yeah.
You need to score often.
Yeah.
It might look like that Tennessee Titans game last year.
And make better decisions as far as clock management.
Yeah.
Let's go. Come on. We're the New England Patriots. You did say home cooking. Let's talk about a little home cooking. This guy looks like he lost some weight.
Oh, he looks great.
He's
I need to
looking
go on his
amazing.
diet. I need to go on his diet.
He's looking really good. Shout outs to Vince. We got the same birthdays. Good dude. Had an opportunity to meet with him and actually have a great conversation with him. Rudley was there. Rudley's in the building. Shout out to him. Fan zone, but he's on timeout because he was just yapping and wouldn't shut up earlier. So we told him no. So now he's falling asleep over here. Nah, man, but I'm happy for Vince, man. Do you think he's going to make the Hall of Fame, though?
The Pro Football Hall of Fame?
Yep.
Depends on who he goes against.
Yeah.
I don't think he will. I think this is his last stop. He said he hasn't been in New England for like 12 years.
Yeah.
10 or 12 years. It's his first time back. And he said the love and support's still there.
Mhm.
Like, he did nothing wrong here. He was
Zero.
He was awesome. when he
Model
was here.
citizen.
Yeah.
Everything was right about him. It was awesome.
And like when you have Tom Brady, who's your poster boy of the franchise, Vince Wilfork was right next to him at all
Yep.
times, and they
Tommy
got
boy.
buddy. Like it's awesome to see some of Vince Wilfork's greatest highlights. There was actually someone sent it to me. He did a speaker series last night, and it was like, if you weren't a football player, what would you have done? And he said, I would have become a stripper.
I
So,
love it. I love it.
I like that Wilfork. He went to the Houston Texans after his time here with the big overalls and barbecuing and all
Yes,
that.
I
It's
love
just-
why I
mean,
follow
he's
him.
just a people's person.
He is a people's person.
So it's great to see Vince Wilfork come back here to Foxborough. Tomorrow he gets inducted to the Pats Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to be – you probably shed some tears to see how much support he still has here in New England and how many people are going to be rocking his jersey and supporting him. You know?
Isn't this working out
I
really
hope
well?
that Vince Wilfork stays in New England and does a little bit more around here.
If given the opportunity.
If given the opportunity.
Yeah.
Correct, yeah.
I think it's actually, like you said, I think the Patriots might take advantage of this. They might just be like, hey, listen, we have a Hall of Fame. Celtics are down.
Yeah.
And Babs said, hey, we should take advantage of this.
This is
we're
a great
going to do
opportunity.
this.
Great opportunity right now for the New England Patriots.
And
to
let's
take
win a
advantage of
game
that.
right after.
The Red Sox season, they're done with.
Yeah, it's a wrap.
Bruins are on their way down.
Yeah.
The Celtics, the team that's coming off a championship, just lost their head coach. New England Patriots back on top.
So
they never
this is
left.
a perfect storm for you.
Oh, yeah.
Man, I will say this,
You know
though.
what?
Talk to me.
You know what a perfect storm is right now?
What's that?
We weren't going to – this is like an ad lib. We weren't
Yeah.
going to say it. The Las Vegas Raiders are 0-2.
Can we talk about that real quick? Real
Yep,
quick.
Real quick.
Okay.
Real quick. They're 0-2.
I know a lot of people, like myself, were looking for a better start. A better start. I'm not paid. I haven't even met him. This guy has. But I don't know how they've been losing, but what if there's rumblings? What if there's rumblings?
If they lose.
What if there's some rumblings?
If they lose to the Tennessee Titans this upcoming Sunday, there are going to be a lot of rumblings of benching Derek Carr.
Uh-oh, get a stiffy, remove your underwear.
No, and this is coming from friends that I know that are big Raiders fans.
Yep.
They're
You told
done
me.
with Derek Carr.
Already?
They're done with Derek Carr.
Jesus.
The mediocrity, you're up by a lot. A lot of it's blaming the game script as well, too, for Josh McDaniels. But if you're a 9-year veteran quarterback, you should be able to say, screw you, like, this is what we're doing.
Okay.
That's what Tom Brady did to Josh McDaniels. You've seen them fighting on the sideline.
This is true.
Brady took his mistakes, but Brady also won up to McDaniels here and there as well, too.
But let me ask you a question. If your Carr, you see that they brought in a veteran quarterback that knows the system, he only signed a 3-year deal. The amount was he probably can get cut next year. Do you think he's kind of watching his back and like, maybe I'm not going to audible out of this?
At the end of the day, like I said, Carr is a leader of this team.
Right.
There's a reason why they signed him to get Devontae Adams signed here.
Right.
But maybe Devontae's saying, this isn't Fresno State anymore. This isn't Fresno State, Derek Carr. Yo, I like you.
Yeah.
You're my friend. You're my boy.
Get your shit together?
I'm here to win a ring, dude.
Damn.
Like, not saying that Stidham can just walk in.
Right.
But Stidham knows the system, and people are saying if Stidham's going 4-0 in the preseason with
Right.
the backups, imagine what he could do with the starting roster knowing the system. Stidham's not going to be out there throwing 5 touchdowns, but Stidham's going to be able to go out there and move the ball down the field and put you in scoring position, and it seems like Carr's been struggling to do that.
Wow.
What am I rooting for this Sunday, by the way? Am I rooting for the Raiders to lose? No, because I have them -2.5. I think they have to win against Tennessee. But I'm just saying, since I met Derek Carr,
Yep.
I got a picture. He's 0-2. So
you jinxed
you know
him.
where my agenda is.
So we jinxed him. So
I think
December is
you know
going to
where
be a
my agenda
real
is.
busy.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you still trying to go early?
There might be a time where I might say, Cliff, I can't film tonight. I'm going out to Las Vegas.
Wow. Look at his face. Look at him smiling. Look at him. He's all giddy. Wow.
I mean, if you're a Patriots...
I'm at you.
Well, here's the thing. It's like these Patriots fans out here are upset that Josh McDaniels is gone, and
Yeah.
we're dealing with Matt Patricia, Joe Judge. And Josh McDaniels is 0-2 as a head coach.
Yep.
Not going so well out there with an elite offense, by the way. That's an offense. They were up 20-0. Why are they... Like Dan Jolly said this. They're up 20-0.
Yep.
Why are they not going for the jugular? Why are they playing conservative? Why are they just trying to go and settle for 55-yard field goals? Go down their throat with the offense that they
Attack.
have, and they're not doing that right now.
That's interesting.
Long season for the
Ladies and gentlemen,
long
so
season.
we all know what this guy's agenda is. I
Of
get it.
course.
I get it. I get it. I get it. But you know what would be crazy? And again, me just with the film director hat on, let's say what we talked about last year happens. We're there. Vegas. He's playing. They go further. They actually go to the bowl. They win like you predicted, right? How is the media going to behave here?
That'd be ridiculous, but I don't see that happening.
No, but let's just
I know, all right.
let's play it
Gotta
out.
get
Play
your
it
film
out.
director.
Why not? Yes. Help me out.
I don't know what I would do. First of all,
That's enough for me.
I don't know.
That's all I want to hear.
I don't know how I'm going to handle it. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm Patriots first. at the end
Yeah,
of the
for
day.
sure.
Like when we go out there in Vegas, say if someone else is starting on the Las Vegas Raiders,
Whomever that may be.
I'm still repping the Patriots.
Yeah.
Like always,
Yeah.
I'm here for the New England Patriots. But if the Patriots ever get bounced out and they're still hanging around,
You have a second team,
Have
and
a
that's
second
okay.
team.
And that's okay. And that's okay.
not really though. Like it's only if one person's playing now.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys
I'm-
and girls, I'm here to let you know he's okay. He's okay. He's all right. But it's all right. Okay, so now, with all that great energy, all that great stuff that we were just talking about, it's time for you to talk your shit. And the stuff I'm talking about is last week when I put those Patriots way at the bottom. You were not too happy with me. And right now, here's your time to smile. It's been a change.
Like I told you, this changes. It changes, right? It goes up and down, up and down. But you know what's crazy looking at it, right, Cliff? The New York Jets, the Buffalo Bills, and Miami Dolphins, they're all playoff teams. New England's on the outside looking in right now. But it's going to change, and it does suck losing to the Miami Dolphins because you want to have that advantage in your division, all right? But guess what? You get to play them later on in the year. You can split it.
Yep.
You got to beat the Baltimore Ravens this Sunday. That's going to matter for playoff standings because Baltimore looks like they're going to be at least in the wild card, possibly their division.
Yep.
So this is a game on Sunday that you need to have that one up later in the season. Just like an example, last year, the LA Chargers. Last year, when the Patriots went out to LA and got a huge win, they were ahead of them, and it mattered at the end of the season.
Yep. Good point.
Because the Patriots were a wild card team.
Great point. Yep.
Yeah, it matters. It matters in that sense.
Ride the wave.
But I think looking at this real quick, Cincinnati Bengals, 0-2 to start the season. They lost to a backup quarterback on Dallas. That's embarrassing. The Tennessee Titans, I thought.
Ouch.
I predicted that. I said they weren't going to be a good team.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
I said they weren't going to be a good team. You see Joe Burrow, man. He's just what's up with this? What's up with the Cincinnati
I thought
Bengals?
they got a nice line. What happened?
I don't know.
What happened?
Super Bowl hangover.
You think so?
I don't know. That's not good. It's not good to go 0-2 like that.
No.
Nope.
It's not.
The Tennessee Titans 0-2, Las Vegas 0-2. We just talked about them. Houston 1-1. It is what it is.
Yo, the Colts. Yo, Matt Ryan, Matty Ice. It's a wrap.
They lost to Jacksonville Jaguars 24-0. I picked them last week. I said they were a money line. I said pick the money line. We'll talk about bets in a second. Yeah. But I was all over it. I said they struggle. They struggle in Jacksonville. And then what happened? Pittman went out. So there goes their wide receiver. They had nothing to do. Jonathan Taylor can't do anything. That's great because that was the game that you said, oh, I think it could go either way, Babs.
Yeah, we're going to go
we
there.
talked about it last season.
We did.
They're going to beat them. A couple things looking at this. One, the Chargers, they look legitimate.
Yep.
That Thursday night game last week against Kansas City.
Yeah.
Justin Herbert's hurt.
It's messed up.
It might be a long season now. I don't know how you come for those rib injuries. Kansas City looks pretty good.
Yeah.
They're not showing all their cards yet. They're not going full throttle. I feel like they can.
Do you think that's what it is, or do you think that Tyreek Hill has a small effect to their chemistry?
No, I don't think so at all.
Really?
I think Mahomes is not just going to go out there and just chuck it.
Right.
He doesn't have that Tyreek to just do that. But, I mean, they're still a goddamn good team.
Yeah.
And they have a goddamn good coach.
Fucking Mahomes, man.
And also last night, Thursday Night Football, as we updated the schedule, Cleveland Browns, they look pretty good. They look Jacoby Brissett looks good.
Why were people hating on Jacoby though?
If they do enough to go at least 500 when Deshaun Watson comes back, they're gonna be a playoff.
That's kind of scary.
And that's another game
that
in a couple weeks we will talk about it. You need to beat the Cleveland Browns because they're going to be dancing around the wild card as well, too.
And you're going to need it.
You beat the Pittsburgh Steelers. You have that now.
Yep.
You got it. That whole division, you got to beat them.
Yeah.
You got to beat the whole division because one of those teams is going to be in the wild card.
And
you need to be ahead of them.
That's a fact.
You need to be ahead of them. You got to sweep that division.
Good point. Good point.
If they can get past Baltimore, which they should, 35-10, they'll be looking good in that division.
A lot of weird things are happening. I will say this right here. A lot of people are having a lot of fun, a lot of memes. You sent me this photo. I want people to remember, Tom is always throwing these fucking things around. Aaron Rodgers has. This is what they do, frustration. But
I love it.
There's a lot of issues down there, man.
I love it.
And before you say anything, I don't really care what's going on with the marriage and what I'm hearing people talking about, and that's not my business. You know what I'm saying? But he's having a rough time, and he's 2-0. That's the weird part.
Their defense is good.
Yeah, it's legit.
Defense looks legit right now.
Yeah.
Tom Brady's frustrated, and he's got nobody to throw to this upcoming week.
It's fucked up.
You know what was great? I should have sent you the video. But Tom's getting chirped at. He's chirping back.
Yeah.
And Mike Evans gets
Shout outs to
involved.
Mike Evans. I like that.
Like, what's funny about Brady is that he's a shit talker, and he said it, and people know that. You're not going to touch Brady.
No.
Like, nobody in this league will ever touch Brady, right? So he knows he can get away with that.
Did you see that meme? It was Mike Evans, and they were like, it's Tom Brady. Fuck you expect me to do?
Yeah, exactly.
You know? But, man, listen.
But they had to sign Cole Beasley. They had to sign
insane.
Cole Beasley, and he's going to probably end up being the number one receiver this week.
Yeah, you know why? Because he's in that Wes
Yeah.
Walker mold.
Wes
you know?
Walker, Edelman, like, that's
Edelman,
what he's going to end up doing. But
and Brady likes those little guys.
But great, they have a great game. I believe they're playing Green Bay this upcoming
Yeah.
week, so that'll be fun to see Rodgers, Brady again.
Again, yeah.
And you know what? Brady's gonna somehow win.
Yep.
And
Rodgers
Rodgers gonna
gotta
put
get-
his head down. He's gonna be like, "I have nobody too, Rodgers, and I still beat you."
Yeah. Maybe go do more psychedelics, Rodgers. But guess who's back? Guess who's back? Back again, playing for $6 million. How you feel about this, man?
Love it,
Yeah.
love it.
Why do
Hate
you
that.
love it?
I love it because he gets a chance to stick it to the organization.
You think so?
Jimmy G, yes, absolutely. They did him wrong.
They kind of did him dirty.
I get it. Jimmy G isn't like the greatest quarterback.
Yeah.
He's a game managing quarterback. He's not winning them the games.
yep,
Their
yep.
team is winning the games.
Right.
But he's not trying to put you in spots to lose the games either.
He's managing it.
He's just
He
managing
manages.
it, right?
Yeah, he's like
So-
he's a better Trent Dilfer, we'll say.
It's crazy how the timing goes where they made him practice off to the side all preseason and players were still supporting him and
Yep.
he signs that deal where it's
It
like,
was
I'm
a-
going to stay.
He played the role correctly.
If you believe in God, there's
Hey,
always a plan for you. So
listen.
I think this is great for Jimmy because at his age, he wants to get that next payday.
Yeah.
Go out there and ball up. Go
Hopefully.
out there and have a great season.
got a
and you're
good
gonna
team.
Get paid. I think a team, and this is actually probably maybe a shout out to GRD because we talked about this.
Okay.
He could go to the New York Jets next year
Holy shit.
because the Jets have playmakers that are ready to go,
Yeah.
right? Zach Wilson's going to come back at some point this season. And if Zach Wilson, I know he's coming off an injury, doesn't look good,
Mhm.
they might just say, screw this,
Year 2?
pull it out, pull him out,
Well, that'll be 3, yeah.
pull him out. Yeah, going into year 3 next
Yeah.
year. Pull him out, get Jimmy G in there.
Wow.
Sign Jimmy G to like a 4 or 5 year deal. They talked about getting Russell Wilson there already, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Why not Jimmy G in New York market? The New York market. It's a great market for
Oh,
Jimmy
he'd
G to
love
go
it.
into. He'd love it.
He'd
He's
love it.
sexy. GQ, man.
Hey,
Like he's a good looking guy.
he be bagging the hose.
Yeah.
He be bagging them.
No, I'm happy that Jimmy G's back and the players are happy, and I'm sure I wonder how many fans stayed with him. I don't know
We
that.
don't, yeah.
We're not in their fan base, but I'm glad to see him go well. And I posted this, the Wolf Pack, man.
Yeah.
Jacoby Brissett, Jimmy
Jimmy G.
Tom Brady all winning their games. They're,
I'm not
they're
mad at
going
that.
strong.
Listen, I'm really happy.
Just show Belichick got these guys in
For
there, got them in
Jacoby.
the system, and they're still here and they're still doing something. That's why I told you Jarrett Stidham has something behind him. There's a
Uh-oh.
reason why they drafted Jarrett Stidham. Where they drafted him, they see something in him, and they developed him.
He got a
Give
stiffy.
him some time.
I got a stiffy for this guy. This guy right here, he's a problem.
Freak of nature.
He's
right
a
now.
fucking problem, yo.
He's a problem.
How is a linebacker playing quarterback? How is that? But he might get in his own way and get hurt because he got to relax. How do you feel about his gameplay? I appreciate
It's
it.
too aggressive.
Way too aggressive.
But you love it. He's fired up.
Yeah.
You love it. This could, because you know what? You might only have one shot to like win a Super Bowl, right? And that's it.
Go all
like
out.
Joe Burrow, right? That could be his one shot of ever getting to a Super Bowl. And they tried going all out, and it got you that far. And he took his lumps. He took his beating. Maybe Josh Allen knows this is my one shot. He's fired up, and I'm going to go all in this season. This is it.
Yeah.
Put my body on the line. That's
Defense
what it
is
feels
looking
like.
good. And you said there's who's hurt? Someone's hurt out of the defense. You
One of
mentioned?
their guys is out. One of the defensive
Defense
tackles.
is looking good over
They
there
look
too,
good.
man.
They look really good. They look sound. They can score at will at
Yep.
any given time. They're so goddamn good that Josh Allen's taken out the beginning of the fourth quarter pretty much
Yeah,
in that game. On a Monday Night Football game.
And that's why I feel like, okay, our defense doing what the defense is doing, we got to have our offense moving by then.
I'm very interested this week with the Miami Dolphins. They're playing the Buffalo Bills. It's in Miami, I believe.
Mhm.
So I'm interested to see if Miami, that's 2-0, could
Yep.
be a fluke 2-0.
Yep.
I mean,
That
it's,
last
it's,
game,
it's
Jesus.
crazy, right? But they have the skill players. They have the playmakers. They're going to be down in games. They're going to air it out. They're going to ball out.
A little defense would have helped.
But I'm interested to see if Buffalo can go down there and handle business like this.
Yep.
They're going.
It'd be
They're
nice.
going.
It'd be nice to see, but we'll, at
Buffalo looks like they could seriously go undefeated this year.
I am not.
It's very, very early to say that.
I
I'm
hate to
crazy I'm
say
saying
it.
that.
I hate that we're saying it, but again, I appreciate you for being a realist because, God damn it, those guys.
Again, what's great is this: is that the Patriots do not have them until December, right?
That's
So it's
where
like,
you said, let's
and
get our.
Hey, if he's playing too aggressive, you never know. You might be able to catch him off, but even if they were undefeated going into that Thursday night game, and as long as the Pats are over 500, they look decent.
Feel good.
That would be a fun win. Like
Yeah.
you'll still believe in them having a shot to beat the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah.
It's gonna come down to coaching, and you have the coach on your side. That it's not gonna come down to your offense.
Hopefully the offensive coach.
Hopefully they look better.
Hopefully
It come down to some defensive plays.
Listen.
This is why I say you're playing Lamar Jackson this week. This is a good test because Josh Allen is like you got him later on in the season.
Yeah. Well, real quick, let's talk about placing bets. But before we go to that, how was your time at Foxwoods, man?
It was
Let's
great.
go- Yeah,
It
I
was
saw
great.
it.
It was
Did you eat that fucking burger?
yeah, I ate half of it.
Okay, because I was gonna say, man,
Yeah, it
my
was
God.
good. No, I had a great time at Foxwoods. The nachos were pretty good too.
Yeah.
Like too much. Like I couldn't do it by myself. Well, I'm texting somebody, whoever's just texting like
Yeah.
the people there, and I'm like,
Yeah.
what do I get? What do I get? I had 2 of those tiki touchdown drinks.
Yeah.
I sat during the 4 o'clock. I just sat there. I had to like wait
Just to
just to get
just to
myself
get back.
up. Yeah. Just
How many
to back up
waters?
and
How
go.
many waters did you have?
Nothing. I should have got some. I had probably like. I don't want to say what I had because
I
that's
got
not
you.
good for Foxwoods. No, I think Foxwoods.
How's their facility though? It looked
Oh,
like
no,
people having an amazing time.
It was awesome. I got to talk with them. So they opened up the DraftKings Sportsbook last November.
Saw that. Looks good.
And I was talking to Paul, who's their GM over there, and they just said, like, we're still learning and seeing how things go. This is our first, like, full NFL season.
Nice.
He said March Madness was nuts there.
Really?
It was elbow to elbow. You couldn't get in anywhere.
Okay.
They had a cover charge just to get in.
Oh, that's a beautiful thing. Okay.
So a lot of the videos I posted, like, there was nobody sitting in the reserve seating. And I was
Right.
like, why is this all empty? Oh, we had CBS Sports come in, and they were filming something. So they're supposed to
Really?
release something later on.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. But they had a VIP room where it was, like, all the guys wearing those football jerseys.
yeah.
They had their own betting kiosk in that room. Like,
What?
it's your private betting kiosk. Like,
Really?
we'd be sitting in a room like this, and we have a kiosk right there. I thought that was the greatest thing.
That's cool.
They had 3
So you're not feeling people just breathing
like,
over you,
could,
rushing
like,
you.
You could just like, get up and just go right up and just bet.
That's
As the
awesome.
game's going on, you're like watching, you can just bet like right there. It was
That's
cool.
awesome.
So their kiosks are top of the line kiosks.
How'd you
by the
do?
way. I won one bet.
I
Devontae Adams first touchdown.
I got that,
I
yep.
took that.
I
I took
followed.
Kendrick Bourne first touchdown. I did not hit. Oh, I took for $10. I took the Patriots to score the first touchdown, defensive touchdown, like the first touchdown of the game,
Really?
defensive score. And Deontay Johnson fumbled it,
Uh-huh.
and the Pats
And the
scored,
Pats
but his
scored.
knee was down.
Yeah,
It was $10 to
oh
win
my
300. Like that would have been a nice little.
Those
hit
are
right there.
nice.
That's a
those
nice
are
odds.
nice.
You take that. You take it. You
Yeah.
root for it. So, it was great to get in there and get your prop bets in and watch it. There's 2 floors. You can like. I do want to go back again. I'm hoping to go back maybe for the Green Bay game.
Okay.
So the following week
Mhm.
because they have a second floor, and I would have liked to be like over the top and oversee.
And just kind of overseeing what's
Yeah,
going on.
they put me right in the middle. I'm like watching every game at
Right.
the same time. So it was good. It was a good time.
Yeah, good. I was over at the Brook. The Brook was cool. It was just a little tough, man. Like I almost didn't get to put my bets in. I'm struggling with the Wi-Fi. I'm going outside. I'm putting it in. They're working on that, but
It's tough in there with the Wi-Fi.
yeah, but the showroom looks really nice.
It's
man.
nice.
Looks like
Air
old
conditioned.
Vegas. It's
Right.
almost too much.
Too chilly.
Yeah, we go in
Get
there.
your
I'm
winter
like,
coat.
I was like, so I went in my car and I had to put like a little sweater on, but got to play. I got to use the app over there, which was really cool. I could see a lot of great things possibly happening, if we can do what we got to do. So
They both have their pros and cons. Foxwoods and the Brook.
Mhm.
So like the showroom at the Brook is top notch. Like, I like that better than what they have at Foxwoods.
okay,
But I like Foxwoods has the more updated kiosk, for betting. Like you can do
Gotcha.
same game parlays.
I love
You can
that.
do the
I've been
prop
using
bets. Like you can like the anytime touchdown scores. Like you can do that. You can't do that in the kiosk
Yep.
at the Brook. They
Yep.
don't have the updated kiosk yet there.
Wow.
So like that was
Interesting.
like.
And I was
something
having a
important for me.
conversation with a patron there, and I was like, "Hey, did you bet?" He's like, "Yeah," and then I had the iPad. You saw me trying to show the fans what's going on, betting live. But it was a lot of issues. The
Yeah.
internet, bro. But like once
We
they
tried
figure
it.
that out,
Yeah.
that's gonna be fucking awesome, man.
I don't know.
Because the line, like, fuck a kiosk
Yeah,
when you
yeah.
could just right there. You know what I mean?
I don't know what I'm gonna do for week 4 yet. Like I'm actually like this upcoming Sunday, right? Going to the game.
Yep.
Whatever. The one thing that sucks about going to the games is, I have bets in.
Yep.
I have fantasy football going on right now.
Yep.
It's like I want to pay attention, but I also don't want to be on my phone the entire time. Like I'm gonna have like Red Zone on my phone, but it's like I want to watch what the hell's
what's
happening.
going on. Yeah, stay.
You miss
stay
everything.
here.
You miss everything.
Stay here.
You miss everything around the league when you're at a game because you're paying attention.
You're there
to that.
and that's it's funny you said that, right? Because you and I were talking as to, hey, if we go to these places, what would be a good time to go?
Yeah.
Mondays and Thursdays have to be for us, because while I was sitting there, same issue that you're experiencing, I got the main game, which I want to talk about and look, but yet I'm doing this.
Yeah, you're looking at
I'm looking at my fantasy. Oh, my God, I won. Oh, no, I'm going to lose. They call that back. So it's nice that, to me, and it's going to be hard for you. I know how you are. Go to the game, put the phone in the pocket, enjoy your time.
There's been times over the last couple years that I've gone to the tail, because I like to go to the game for the tailgating. Like I'll be at the Tailgater 2000 on Sunday, and it's going to be an awesome time.
Nice.
We've gone to like the tailgates, and then I haven't even gone in the game. I just go to Sixth String.
Okay.
And I watch the game there. They have Red Zone there. Watch Red Zone.
It's kind of like
I'm
what we
content
did last year with,
yeah.
I forget what game was it.
I think Buffalo.
Yeah, and we left. That was
That's why
nice.
they lost.
Yeah.
Weren't in there.
Yeah. Well, let's get to these bets, man. Do your thing.
Yeah. I mean, if you paid attention to these bets last week, Babs Bets of the Week, you would have won a couple of them. Took the Patriots. I think I took the Patriots like -1 or 2. They won. Jacksonville won. Let's go through these bets really quick for the bets. Babs Bets of the Week. Baltimore at New England. I'm taking New England plus 130. Again, I'm not going to bet against the New England Patriots.
He never does.
There was a stat that said I think Ravens are -3, and Belichick at home is like 25 or 15-2 or something against the spread when they're underdogs at home. They're underdogs at home.
Okay.
I think they've been more underdogs at home over the last couple of years because Tom Brady's not here.
How much
anymore.
are you smashing out on that? But if you don't mind telling the people.
So actually, I hit a bet last week. It was an unders parlay. I took 4 unders, and one of the unders was the Buffalo Bills, Tennessee Titans. It was 48 points. It was right on 48,
Jesus.
so I pushed. It was supposed to be a win. I would have won 260.
I didn't know it was a put. You could push on that.
I would have won 260, so I go cashed it in.
Yep.
And then it was 130 was the payout. So I was like, whatever. That's a big difference right there. I put it all on the Patriots. I win $333. Okay. So that's what. Yeah.
This guy.
KC at Indy. KC -5.5. Kansas City is going to steamroll Indianapolis.
Yeah.
I think this should be more.
I think so,
The
too.
team just lost 24-0 to the Jacksonville Jaguars, and they tied against the Houston Texans.
How do you feel
Why
about
is
that?
Kansas City only -5.5?
There's no money to be made.
I would take that line, -5.5, alternate line, and take more points, and take Kansas City -10.
Really?
That's how you make your money on that one.
We got to talk, because I didn't know that.
You can do alternate lines.
We're going to talk.
Las Vegas at Tennessee. Las Vegas, they're -2.5. I'm going to take them just money line straight up.
Okay.
Yeah, -135. You got to put 135 down to win 100.
Don't win 100. Yeah.
I take them in a parlay. Like, put them in a parlay. They got to win. They have to win. McDaniels cannot go 0-3.
No.
Derek Carr cannot go 0-3. Stidham Stiffies are
You
gonna
got
be out
this
there.
stiffy.
Out there. Let's see what else we got. We got Philadelphia at Washington. So Carson Wentz revenge game, maybe. You know, he's playing against his old team.
Yep.
Philadelphia looks very sound. They're playing great football right now.
Yep.
They had a good Monday Night Football game. They're -6.5. I'm going to take it. I believe in Philly, and I'm taking them because if I get burned by this, then I'll know that Philadelphia is fraud.
Let me ask you, do you believe in Philly? Because, like, I was watching them.
I do.
They were pretty efficient.
They looked good at the back half of last year.
Right.
Like, let's just take the last 8 games of last year. They looked very sound. They made a couple moves in the offseason. They're sticking with Jalen Hurts.
So do you
There's
think
a lot of
momentum-
questions. Yeah, I think they have some momentum on their side. They have a winnable division too.
Yeah.
So these are important games for them to win.
Good luck for him.
And then lastly, Jacksonville at the Chargers. Now, when I wrote this, Cliff, they were +7. Now it went down to +3.5.
Uh-oh.
So I actually have them in a couple parlays right now at +7, and like it's plus like 165 or
Now, do they
170.
hold it at that +7 for you?
Yeah. So I have it
sweet.
at plus. I got it in early.
Nice.
And the reason why I took it early was because Justin Herbert's hurt. So they know something that maybe Herbert might not play on Sunday. We don't know that yet, but he might not play on Sunday. So if you
said
can
you
still
have
take
that
him
in a
plus
parlay?
3.5, I take him plus 3.5. If
Yeah.
you can get them money line, take them money line. I saw another stat, one of those crazy stats.
Talk to me.
Trevor Lawrence is 0-9 on the road.
Wait a minute. What?
The last quarterback to go 0-9 and win their 10th game on the road Peyton Manning. And Peyton Manning did it week 3 against the San Diego Chargers.
Holy shit.
And Trevor Lawrence is playing the LA Chargers on the road for his 10th road game. So just one of those coincidences.
Little fun facts.
You know, a little fun fact.
I'm
so,
not mad at that.
Hey, history repeats itself. So
It
I like
does.
the Jaguars. I'm riding with them. Trevor Lawrence. making me
Ride
happy.
the wave. Trevor. All right, we're at the point where we're ending. We actually did it good. Only went over by 5 minutes. Final thoughts. My final thoughts is this. I'm not going to sit here and rehash the Ime thought. I'm not going to sit here and say that this was supposed to not happen. I'm not going to sit here and say that the Boston Celtics don't have a good team like my friend over here says. I'm not going to sit here and say, hey, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? We, the New England Patriots, are going to flick the switch and make shit happen because why? We have a guy that's never coached offensive football playing a coach. He was a bad coach. He went to another team. He was horrible. They got rid of him. But now he gets to coach our second-year quarterback that showed a shitload of promise. That's kind of one of the main reasons that I'm really down on the New England Patriots. The kid has some tools. Does he have all the tools to deal with a lot of the hurdles that our team continues to throw at him? I don't know. I really don't believe that. He gets mad when I say that I try to be a realist. But the only thing about this that him and I can confirm that's really real, the one thing, sir, is that your boy sucks. And I'm not talking about Mac. I'm talking about our offensive coordinator sucks.
Patriots Nation, I am here defending the wall on the battlefield week in and week out. I will never give up for you and those that believe in the New England Patriots. Everyone wants to put this team down. People saying this team was going to start 0-4. People do not believe this team was going to go 1-1 after 2 games. I am telling you right now, the New England Patriots are going to win on Sunday. They're going over 500. They'll be 2-1. And you know what? They're going to win in Green Bay as well. They're going to go on a run soon. I feel it. They're going to have the best defense in the NFL. Their offense is going to open up. They have one of the best offensive lines in the NFL. Their special teams is looking great. Believe in the New England Patriots. Believe in your team.
Amen. I believe in the team. I just don't believe in our offensive coach. And unfortunately, the person that touches the ball like every single time is our quarterback. And it's like they want him to fail. That's how I feel.
Ride the wave.
Ladies and gentlemen, another week.
Wave.
We're going to ride. I'm riding with you, man. But I just have to say, hey, let me just give quick shout outs before we go. Shout outs to Edgar. We got George on the check-in. We got Anthony. We got Jay. We got Gene. We got a bunch of people on the check-in. Yo, continue to share. Continue to like. We appreciate you. Shout outs to Archie Rhodes. Shout outs to everyone that believes like this man. God bless America. And ladies and gentlemen, that's all I got. Anything else? No?
No, great.
Rudely, you got anything to say? Unfortunately, we have ran out of time. And if y'all watch Jimmy Kimmel, you'll understand what I'm talking about. Ladies and gentlemen, we're